Hello, and welcome to our third installment of the Habitat Home Show. Today, we'll be speaking with our special guest, Larry Stein from the Habitat for Humanity of Greater Dayton ReStore. We'll also be speaking with one of our very dedicated volunteers who not only works in the ReStore, but works on a couple committees within Habitat. And we'll have, again, your favorite portion of the episode, Norm's Know-How. Well, he'll be giving us some tips on how to fix those pesky toilet problems we have when we have guests over. So let's go ahead and get started. I am your host, Brad Roediger, and it is my privilege to have with us today Mr. Larry Stein from the Habitat for Humanity of Greater Dayton ReStore.
Hi, Brad.
Hello, and welcome to the show, Larry.
Thanks for having me.
Is this your first TV appearance?
This is my very first TV appearance, yes.
Outside of cops, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you swore you wouldn't sell anybody.
Well, I couldn't help it, just in case we could get that, the reward money at some point,
Yeah,
so we
right.
can donate that to Habitat.
Right.
So Larry, you're the director of the Habitat for Humanity ReStore.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about what the ReStore does.
The ReStore is actually a fundraising arm of the Habitat for Humanity Greater Dayton affiliate. All the money that we raise goes towards building more houses. It's a retail store open to the public.
Okay. And you guys sell, it's open to the public, because I think a lot of the questions we get are, oh, is this for the Habitat partner families?
Right. Now, the items that we get in the ReStore, we can't use them for the partner families. Our bylaws state that anything that goes to the partner families has to be new. Mm-hmm. So what we get in the ReStore is gently used items, various type of items, all kinds of different items.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions. So I know you have furniture and appliances. I think ReStore's originally started out as kind of like a construction supply house, but can you give us a couple ideas of what's your most popular items in the ReStore?
Most popular item is appliances, refrigerators, washers, dryers. We just can't seem to keep those in stock.
Sure.
They sell almost within a day or two after we put them on the floor. Next thing is cabinets. We do get a lot of really nice used cabinets in, cabinet sets, and those are really popular. We sell quite a few of those. Gotcha.
But there is construction equipment there, right?
Yes. We do have lumber. We get some shingles in from time to time. Some dimension lumber, 2x4s, 2x6s, some OSB sheeting, some drywall. We get a little bit of everything.
So we have just about everything at the ReStore. Huh?
Yes.
So you could almost do your Christmas shopping there this time of year, right?
Yes, actually we have. We do have Christmas items. We have a couple of Christmas trees left yet. We still have some Christmas toys that were donated. So, yeah, we have quite a bit of stuff.
Gotcha. And so you had mentioned when you first started talking about the ReStore that it helps build houses in the community. How exactly does somebody buying a piece of furniture at the ReStore, how does that go into the community? How does that happen?
Well, we get calls from homeowners, contractors, wholesale outfits. They call and have stuff to donate for us. Some of it's new, some of it's used. Either they drop it off or we pick it up. We have a truck that does pickups 4 times a day. Once it comes to the store, it comes in the back overhead door. It gets cleaned and checked. If it's an appliance, it gets tested. It also gets cleaned, and then it gets priced and put out on the floor for sale.
Oh, excellent.
And then once it's sold, we take it to the back into our warehouse to a sold area so it doesn't get scratched and whatnot. And then it goes out to the customer that purchased it.
Excellent. So you mentioned something. You mentioned that you guys will do pickups, actually.
Yes.
Which is kind of, from my understanding, in the nonprofit retail kind of world, that's not the norm. So how can somebody get a hold of you to get an item picked up from their house that they're no longer using?
We have a direct line to the ReStore. That number is 2296.
Okay.
There should be somebody answering that every day. And then all we need is your address and phone number and what you want to donate, and we'll get you on the schedule.
Excellent. Cool. And that's an easy number to remember, I think.
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
as a staff member, we were all supposed to remember that, so if somebody
Yes.
asked,
Correct.
we could get it. And that was an easy one to remember. So how long has the Dayton Habitat ReStore been around?
The Dayton ReStore has been, we opened that in May of 1999.
Oh, okay.
It was originally down on Patterson Boulevard. That was a challenge down there. The parking lot was a little small. The building was a little cut up. But when we moved to our new location at 115 West Riverview, the store is much better layout. It's wide open, a lot more parking spaces, a lot more lighting. It's more customer friendly.
Gotcha. And have customers enjoyed it from their feedback? Have you heard
Yes,
that?
yes, yeah. We've had a number of customers. They can't get over how well our store looks, how clean it is, how well organized it is, easy to find stuff. The shelves are at the optimum height where ladies can see over the top, where they don't feel like they're in a tunnel.
Okay.
And that's what one thing they tell us is that the stores need to be, I don't want to sound, the stores need to be women friendly.
Sure.
Because the women do most of the shopping and they like to feel safe when they go shopping.
Okay.
And that's our goal.
Well, and I was going to ask that question a little bit later. You say, a lot of your customers are women. Who else are your customers? Who comes into the ReStore to buy things? I know the general public's able to, but do you have kind of a niche market of customer?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. We get a lot of landlords. They'll come in shopping for discounted items. And just regular homeowners, middle income homeowners that are looking for a deal. They're rehabbing some part of their house or redoing a bathroom or whatnot, and they'll come in and take a look. And we have toilets and tubs and sinks and all kinds of stuff that they utilize in redoing their rehabs.
So if I'm a young homeowner and I'm looking for something to do, where do I go to find the ReStore?
115 West Riverview Avenue. We're just 2 blocks off of Main Street where White Island Chevrolet is, right along the river. It's a street that runs towards the Art Museum.
Okay. I'll help everybody find it, hopefully. I know
Easy to find.
Yeah. It's tough as an employee at Habitat because our offices are tied to the ReStore. And when you walk through there, let's say at lunch or to come to tape this, let's say, you always find something that you could buy. So it's, we always have too many things and they can pile up, especially as you shop at the ReStore.
And things change daily.
They do.
I mean,
yes.
Things come in, they get priced, they get put on the floor, and they're out the front door.
One thing I'm always interested in personally is the books you guys get.
Oh, yes.
And that's one of those items I would not think of the ReStore as a place to get books, and I noticed there's some vinyl records in there too.
We do. We have vinyl records, yes.
For you hipsters out there, that might be an appeal for you, I suppose, while you're drinking a PBR. Excellent, cool. So how long have you been involved with the ReStore and with Habitat in general?
I've been at the ReStore about 8.5 years. Started in 2007 down on Patterson Boulevard, and it's been fun. It's been fun ever since. I mean, it's a great organization to work for. It's kind of self-rewarding. It makes you feel good.
Nice. And do you have a staff that works with you there then also?
I do, yes. I have 4 people that work for me right now. I have a manager of the store and 2 truck drivers and a person that runs the back warehouse. We're also looking for a good help. We need a person on the phones and register, and we're looking for another driver warehouse person to be maybe a manager someday.
Nice. So you can join our team here at Habitat, right?
Yes, and we're also always looking for volunteers.
So I was just going to ask you guys work with volunteers in the ReStore also?
Yeah.
So that's slightly different than I think what most people picture volunteering for Habitat as far as being out on the build site and pounding hammers and stuff. What does a volunteer do at the ReStore?
The volunteer will do numerous things. They will stock shelves. They might clean shelves. They might clean a stove. clean an oven or a refrigerator, or wipe down cabinets or furniture, a number of things. Unload a truck, depending on what their skill is, and I mean, we don't ask people to do more than what they're capable of doing. We're friendly. We want to have people come back.
How many volunteers do you work with a day there?
We generally get around 8 to 10 volunteers a day, which works out to almost 2,000 a year.
Wow.
So yeah, and there are days when we need more than that. We get today we just got 3 truckloads of brand new items in.
So they have to sort all those.
Yeah, it has to go through. There was all cabinets and doors and light fixtures, some windows.
So tell me, that's always kind of been an interest to me. Like, how you've explained it a little bit earlier, but how exactly, what happens? What's the life of a donation? So I call and we schedule a pickup. What happens next? Where does it go?
We usually get on. We usually get to you within a week to 10 days right now. Sometimes it's been 2 weeks because we're just getting so many donations that we don't have the capability of going out and picking them up any quicker than that. But yeah, once it gets on the schedule, it gets picked up. The driver brings it back to our donation drop-off area, which is an overhead door on the side of our building. It gets unloaded into the back room, and there it will get appraised. They'll look at it, make sure it is a quality product, something that we can use, that we can sell, nothing that's broke or scratched or like a refrigerator or a washer or dryer that doesn't work. We test all those to make sure they work before we put a price on them. And then once that's done, they clean it up inside and out, price it, and then they'll put it out on the floor for sale. And hopefully within a day or two it'll sell and move out the front door, because the faster we get the stuff in the back door, priced, on the floor, out the front door, the more sales that we can generate, because it's a numbers game.
So it's the quicker it gets back into the community is
Yes.
as soon as you can get an item in and on the floor and sold.
Right.
So that's interesting. So when you're dealing with slightly used and new items, how do you price them in the ReStore? You know, that's always
That's a challenge.
Yeah?
We price anywhere from 50 to 60% off of the retail cost.
Okay.
But again, it depends on the item, how new it is, what brand it is, what model. I mean, it could be a high-end refrigerator that's only a year old. Then we'll discount it maybe 40% off of retail. It just all, you know, it's kind of a guess. I want to be able to make money with the items, but I don't want to gouge people with pricing.
Sure.
Because I have to keep items moving through the store. And that's where I need my pricing, where people will buy it and it moves out.
Sure. So it sounds like a balance of getting the most for Habitat and the partner families that we build for, and moving it
Yes.
at the same time.
Yes, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because the more I move through the door, the more money I make and the more houses that we can build.
So with that too, the prices, it sounds like, can move a little bit. So if an item's not selling, you may discount it a little bit to
Yes.
get it to go out the door.
Yes.
in a
If
sense.
if an item sits on the floor for 10 days, we'll discount it anywhere from 10 to 15%, depending on the item again.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because we need it to sell.
I think that causes a lot of the change in items from day to day, because I know I've
Yes.
walked through there one day like, oh, I bet you I can wait a couple days and this might be cheaper, because as employees we have to wait, what is it, a week, I think?
No,
Or
it's 2 days,
2 days?
48 hours, yeah.
Before we can even try to buy anything.
Yes.
So there's been times where I've been like, ooh, I'll just wait a little bit and see if I get a better deal for this, and then it's gone. So it doesn't pay to wait, I guess. You know, try to get the better deal.
Yep.
So what do you do with items that don't sell? Does it just keep discounting until it does go out the door?
We
Or
do
what happens?
some items we will just put a free sign on. set them to one side and put free on them. Other items we will take to McMurph's if they are accepting the items that we want. We don't like to throw anything away.
Sure.
We recycle metal, and we try not to put much in our dumpster. And it's a challenge because there's a lot of stuff out there.
Well, excellent. Well, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't know about the ReStore. It is really a green sort of retail business in the sense that not only through our utilities and high efficiency or low cost lighting and things like that, but really you keep a lot out of the landfills. How many tons of waste do you keep out of the landfill on an average year?
Yeah, on an average year it's about, and I should wrote that down, it was like 900,000 pounds.
Okay.
So
it's about 450 tons.
about
then.
450 tons.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of material. And then we, like you said, with the recycling, that money can come back into the community through building homes and all that. So
yes,
that's excellent. So it's not only just a retail or a revenue stream for Habitat, but it's also keeping stuff out of the landfills, quite frankly, that seem to fill up. So excellent. Well, thank you. Last question I want to ask you, Larry, and I've been asking everybody that we've talked to, what's your favorite part about working in the ReStore and Habitat?
Favorite part, I enjoy talking to our customers. We have a great bunch of people that come in and buy stuff, repeat customers. But the best time is when I go to a dedication and they hand the keys to our partner family that is just getting a house, usually their first house. That makes you feel good inside.
Nice. Where you see your ReStore dollars going back into the community, actually.
Yep.
Well, cool. Well, thank you again so much for taking the time out of your busy day to come meet with us and talk to our fan base out in the general public. So, again, thanks for having you with me.
Thanks.
We look forward. We encourage everybody to check out the ReStore at 115 West Riverview Avenue. You can also find more about the ReStore on www.daytonhabitat.org. So especially around the holiday season, if you want to donate or purchase items, contact Larry at the ReStore, 222-2296. So again, thank you very much for joining us, Larry.
You're welcome.
Next up for our viewing audience will be our volunteer director, kind of highlighting one of our very dedicated volunteers, and Miss Penny Morris. So after this break, you'll see David Mao talking with Penny Morris.
Hello and welcome back to the Habitat Home Show. My name is David Malk and I'm the Volunteer Services Director at Habitat for Humanity of Greater Dayton. We're excited this month to have a wonderful volunteer with us, Penny Morris. Penny volunteers with us on a number of levels at Habitat for Humanity, and we're excited to talk to her a little bit about her experiences. Welcome, Penny.
Thank you.
Could you start off maybe by telling us a little bit of how you first got involved with Habitat for Humanity?
My very first experience, I have a good friend who had been to a dedication, was a family advocate. So my first experience was a dedication where I saw a family get their keys, and that was just such a moving experience that just kind of puts a smile on your face and a tear in your eye. So it just kind of grabbed me. From there, I went to a committee meeting and got involved in marketing and communications, and then they asked me to do some marketing for the ReStore, and I decided at that point that if I were going to do some marketing for the ReStore, I probably should understand the ReStore. So I started volunteering in the ReStore on Fridays and got to know that whole group of people and got to know the staff really well, and then went on to a committee that meets every Tuesday for the ReStore, and now I'm on the board for Habitat, which is awesome.
Cool. Thanks. I know this month's episode is focused on the ReStore and some of the work they do and things you can buy and whatnot. Can you talk a little bit about your experiences in volunteering in the ReStore?
I absolutely love the ReStore. Volunteering there was one of those things, like I've been involved with a lot of different things in my life, and that's one of those things that's just so easy. I love it. The people there are great. You can go in and do anything in the ReStore. You can clean appliances from the inside out. You can run the cash register. You can meet people. You can rearrange, which was one of my favorite things to do was to stage furniture. So taking furniture and putting into room groupings and that type thing. And, even just wiping furniture down on the floor, sweeping the floors.
Cool.
There's a lot to do.
Do you have a favorite experience or memory from your time volunteering with Habitat for Humanity?
Being asked that question, I think the one thing that comes to mind for me is just the people. It's just so easy to be happy there because the staff there is really, really great. And not only that, but the volunteers that come in are phenomenal.
Could you share any information with folks if they're maybe not sure how to get involved, or if they want to get involved, or intimidated about not knowing construction and that? Can you share
I would
any thoughts?
say just jump right in. There's so many different things on so many levels, and the staff and the other volunteers that are there make it a really comfortable atmosphere. So there's absolutely nothing to worry about there. There's definitely something that anybody could do there. Light work, heavy work.
All right. Well, thanks for your time this month, Penny. We really enjoy
Glad to be here.
having you on our team at Habitat for Humanity, and thanks for spending a few minutes with us at the Habitat Home Show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Habitat Home Show. At this point in our segment, we want to take you back to our Pope build at 6700 Sandy Drive in Trotwood. I know each episode we've been going through and kind of showing you footage on what's going on. So this month, please check out what we've been doing. I think the last time we saw it, the walls were still bare. They had all the mechanicals in it. But I'm happy to announce that over the past month, all the drywall has put up. In fact, I was out there today and it has actually been painted, and we're getting the trim work put down on it. As of our last episode, I'm not sure all the siding was done, but that is all finished. All the exterior's finished. We're still waiting on a little landscaping work, but we'll get that in here in the next couple weeks. So a lot of volunteers have worked on it from different groups throughout the region, and we'd like to thank all those volunteers. But it was without them, we would not be able to have made the progress we've made on this house. We will be finishing up before the end of the year, and so I think you'll be very interested to see our next episode is all going to be a walkthrough. The whole episode is going to be a walkthrough of the 6700 Sandy Drive house with the homeowner, or the future homeowner, and we'll be going through it, kind of showing off different aspects of it, but she'll be learning some of the tips as far as home maintenance that she needs to be aware of as she does this. So, like I said, our current progress is kind of doing that finishing up work. We have the hardwood floors in. We don't have carpet yet, but that'll come in the next week, and they're kind of just doing all the finishing touches. You'll see inside all the cabinets done, all the kitchen's ready, the countertops on, the floor's done. All of our doors are hung, and we're just waiting on the finishing trim work and paint. But I'm happy to announce when I was there this afternoon that the trim work was being put up, and it should be done by the end of the day. And they'll be ready to do the final paint job and really finish the house and make it perfect for the homeowner that will move in at the end of the month. So again, be on the lookout for our next episode where we'll actually walk through the finished house, and you'll see what a Habitat house looks like from the inside and the outside. Now, this is our favorite part of Habitat Home Show. Have you ever had, especially this time of year, a time where your toilet just won't stop running? You keep hearing the water run, but you see nothing's really going on with it? Well, Norm's Know-How this month is perfect for the time when you have all these guests over and your toilet won't stop running. Nothing's more embarrassing than hearing that in the background as you're sitting down and praying for your holiday dinner. So Norm, who you'll see here in a second, will show us how to fix that and some other common problems with your toilet.
All right, thank you, Brad. I appreciate it. So today we're going to talk about toilets. And one of the things we hear a lot about from some of our homeowners are leaky toilets or toilets that run. You know, there's a lot of simple fixes for toilets that run, but actually they say we lose millions of gallons of water per year just because of a toilet that may not be adjusted properly or that needs a simple replacement of the valve itself. So if you take the lid off the back of your toilet, this is probably what you'll see if you have an older toilet. I will show you a different type of valve that we're going to be putting on, but it's what it does is it's the same mechanism here, but you don't have the ball. But one of the things that happens is when a toilet leaks, this arm gets out of adjustment, and then water runs down the fill tube here. So if you notice that your water level is above this fill tube, a couple easy adjustments. First of all, they all have some type of an adjusting screw at the top of the valve. And it's simple to make an adjustment on this, and really when you screw in here, and sometimes they're brass like this one, when you screw this in, what it does actually is it just goes down through the bottom, so that when this arm comes up, it stops it earlier and then adjusts the level of water here. Now, if that doesn't work, something else that some of our plumbers have actually do to adjust that is they'll actually just take this and carefully bend the bar just a little bit. Same thing, it helps to just adjust the bottom or the level of the ball so that when the water level gets high enough, it stops it before it goes down the tube. Another common problem with toilets is these flappers down here at the bottom actually will start to get soft and gummy and then no longer seal at the bottom. These are about as easy as anything to replace. You literally just take the two rubber tabs off of the arms that are at the bottom of the tank, and then you can buy these at any home goods store or hardware store. Take the chain off, same thing, it'll look something like that. And once you put the new one on with the chain, you then just, same thing, put your hand down in here and flip the arms right back over flip the rubber right back over the arms. And that a lot of times will solve about 75% of the problems. Please check us out at DaytonHabitat.org. If you want to learn more about anything as far as construction goes or how to fix things, come volunteer with us. Every day we teach people new things, people that know nothing about doing drywall or putting up trim or putting down flooring. We're going to try to actually show you a lot of those different things too as we go on through our series. But thanks again for watching.
Welcome back. And now that we've got that all flushed out, I want to say thank you again for joining us on the Habitat Home Show. I wanted to give you a little introduction. Next month, our next episode will actually be, as I kind of alluded to in the update on the build progress, we'll be doing a walkthrough with the homeowner of the 6700 Sandy Drive Habitat home. She will actually sign her mortgage on December 29th and will move in that week into that weekday or into the weekend. So we really look forward. I think this is going to be, the next episode is going to be a real special episode because you'll not only get to meet one of our early partner families, but you'll get to see the house that they'll reside in over this holiday season. So again, thank you for joining me. I would like to put a final plea to you. If you're still looking for your end-of-year donations, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Dayton recently received one of five-star ratings in the Dayton area for nonprofits as determined by Charity Navigator, who is kind of a charity watchdog to make sure we're doing what we say we're supposed to do with our donors' money. So as you come to this end-of-year season and you're looking to donate to different nonprofits, please consider giving to Habitat. You'll know when that five-star rating is a testament to it that we will do with your money what you ask us to do. So again, thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Brad Roediger, and I look forward to seeing you next month.